It's my last week in Italy, guys, and I'm here today in San Fruttuoso. This is the second time that I've been to this beach. I literally cannot talk. There are too many people walking past. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. As I was saying, it's my second time or third time here. The only other times I've been here was a couple of years ago in 2022. It's so magical to be back here, and I can't believe my trip is like coming to an end. This feels like such a magical place to end the trip. Like, look at that. It's a bit more touristy than I'm used to because the town that we're staying, Camogli, doesn't have that many like English-speaking tourists. It's a bit sad because it feels like summer has just started, even though it's my last week here. We've had clouds and rain for the past 2 weeks, and this really is the first week of summer if you're counting it like properly. I'm sorry I didn't film last week. Honestly, the clouds were getting to me. I needed a rest. I needed a break from filming. But hopefully you can enjoy this week of sun with me. I've said this so much, but I just adore Liguria. I adore this place. It feels like I'm living in a dream. I don't know, I'm feeling a bit sad today because the last time I was here was with Paul, so I'm missing him today, but I'm literally going to see him next week, which also makes me feel strange because like I'm here on the other side of the world in a secret beach you can only get to by boat, and I know that next week I'll be home in rainy Adelaide cuddled up with Paul and my cats. Something that I can truly never wrap my head around. Okay, there are too many people walking past and I haven't gone for a swim yet. And I think it's time. I need to cleanse my soul in that water. Oh, I can't wait to show you around more of this beautiful beach. You guys have to visit if you come to Liguria, but make sure you don't come on a weekend. It's going to be too busy. If you do, book the lettini in advance. Have some information about that, like in the bio or something. Okay, let's go for a swim. I can already feel these summer days slipping away. It feels so crazy to me that in a week I'll be back home in dreary, rainy old Adelaide, so far away from these people, this gelato-coloured city, sound of the waves and the church bells. It feels really hard to reconcile these two worlds, and this is something that I feel every single time I'm away on holiday. And no matter how hard I try, every time I get home without fail, after a couple of weeks, silently and without much notice, this magic slips away, and soon I find it hard to imagine how I spent my days here, how the sun felt, what the language sounded like, the man at the focacceria looks like, or how his voice sounds while he thanks me and hands me my change. Hard to remember the exact shade of green on the ombrellone at the Lido. It's hard to remember this powder white blue sky. That only means that summer is starting in Italy, and soon my days are as monotonous and mundane as they were before I left for the trip. How is this possible? How can we keep living like this? How do we take this magic, use it into our everyday lives to keep forever, day after day? Because isn't that what life's about? Enjoying every moment? I mean, you could say that you can't have the highs without the lows, and maybe I wouldn't be able to appreciate this beauty if I was in it every single day. But isn't that the point? To be in it every single day? You guys know I love romanticizing my life, and I try my hardest to do that. When I'm home, I make my house look pretty. I fill it with things that I love and remind me of this place. I spend my days by riding my bike in the sun and journaling and seeing people I love. But my life in Australia just isn't the same as this, and I always feel like a piece of my soul is missing when I'm at home there. Well, summer has officially begun here. The last 2 weeks of cold and rain, like, I don't even remember them. So today I'm just spending a day at the Lido Beach Club, as you guys remember. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm about to get my period and I'm feeling very low. I have a very low motivation, and I think after this little talk it means that my priority for the week really is living il dolce far niente and la dolce vita here in Italy and soaking in every last bit of this sun and this magic before I have to return home. Okay, with that, I think it's time to go to the Lido. Okay, I'm running a little bit late. We need to get down to the train like now to go to Santa Margherita to then catch a boat to Portofino. I am not feeling very well, let me tell you that. Sorry to bring this up again, but my period, it's not even here yet, but it gives me like a funny tummy and I feel very bloated and like gross right now and in a terrible mood to top everything off, which I don't want to be in a terrible mood because I'm in such a beautiful place, but I can't control how my hormones are making me feel right now. Especially look how beautiful this room is. That's why I like vlogging and talking to you guys, because it's like venting out my feelings. It makes me feel less alone. Going to Portofino, it's gorgeous. I've been there before. It is very touristy. I'd say camogli is just as beautiful, if not more. And it is way less touristy, but I mean, Portofino is Portofino, like I found my love in Portofino. Yeah, hopefully I feel a little bit better when I get up and about a little bit more. We've got lips, we've got the bag, perfume. This is my scent of the trip. Very bougie, but it's a special occasion, this trip. It's Yuzu by Acqua di Parma. Gorgeous. Let's go and let's pray that I survive because oh my god, I'm not feeling it. Buongiorno. Ha 2 biglietti andata e ritorno per Portofino, grazie. Guys, I just napped for hours. You know those naps where you're like so disassociated from reality. You don't know what time it is, where you are. It started becoming really windy and like the shutters were banging in an attempt to wake myself up and feel a bit better. I'm gonna see if it's nice at the beach. Everyone in this house thinks I'm crazy. I'm feeling quite strange because it's like it's the last week of the holiday, so I feel like I'm kind of in limbo between preparing to go home, getting ready to go back to Milan, and like getting back to work and stuff for stuff at home, and then also trying to just enjoy the last week. And then today with the tourists in Portofino. Okay, I need to go. I need to swim. I look very worse for wear. I've got my tan on, my roller in, and I'm about to head to sleep and read some of my book. I think this is the 6th or 7th book I've read on holiday so far. Maybe that's crazy, but I don't think it is. I've read so much while I've been here, and I really want to go through all of those with you. But I need to get some rest. It's hard though, because whenever I'm trying to go to sleep, everyone in Australia is just waking up. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Buonanotte. I find it so funny that I got up early to try and go for a peaceful morning swim, and there was a guy just blowing dust with a leaf blower for like half an hour, seemingly doing absolutely nothing. Get a big broom or something, I don't know. Oh my god, this is a metaphor for my entire holiday. Like, I've been trying to relax and like really lock in to, you know, get into that holiday mindset where you're like, wow, everything is so beautiful, life maybe is going to be okay. Even the church bells are telling me to just stop talking. Yeah, all of the things make for an interesting time and interesting stories, but I'm just wondering like what the lesson is here. Like, we've had clouds, we've had rain, we've had oil rigs and excavators. What's the lesson here? I don't know, maybe by the time I'm editing this video I'll have more of an insight. It has been amazing though. Today it's like smoggy, like I'd got a notification that the air quality was terrible, like red. It's very smoggy, it's quite cloudy, very humid. So I'm just gonna be back and forth from the beach today. I'm gonna be journaling, and then maybe I can talk to you guys about the books that I've read. Get you some summer read recommendations, and then tomorrow's our last beach day, and then we're off to Milano. Oh guys, this has been hilarious. Apologies for my appearance, and I'm still literally in my bathers because I'm gonna go swimming again in just a moment, but I wanted to give you guys a little haul. I went back to the markets in Rapallo. If you saw my last Italian summer video, you would know what I'm talking about. There's a stall there that me and my Zia fell in love with, and I spent way too much money there over the past 3 weeks here. Picked up some more things and I'm so happy with what I got, so I have to show you guys. The first thing is another one of these bags. I just couldn't help myself getting the bigger version, and it's in pink and it says La Vita Bella on it, which I think is so cute. And it's handmade in gingham, and I just have a vision putting this in the front basket of my pink bike with like my journal and the artist way inside, and going to a little cafe, just like bring it around with me. It literally looks like a candy wrapper. And the other things I have to show you guys in the wardrobe are just too cute. You guys are gonna die. This is from the brand Volants Volant. I don't know how to pronounce it, but these are from the actual brand of the store, which is called Ribes of Love. They do these like handmade upcycled things out of like old tablecloths and like, I don't know, these little things that Italian nonne make. So when I saw they had these tops, I was like, okay, this is one of my favorite silhouettes. And I love the gingham. I just love everything about it. So I picked out this pink one with this vintage embroidered nonna tablecloth. It looks so cute on, like I can't even tell you. I originally just wanted to get the pink one. Then as I was leaving, I was like, I'm never gonna find anything like this in Australia. So I was like, I just have to do it. I have to get the blue one as well. And I feel like this blue just looks so good on me, and I loved the detailing of this. I'm so happy with these, and I cannot wait to wear them. Okay, so basically all I've been doing this holiday is reading and journaling. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the books I've been reading, because I know that you're similar to me and we'll probably have similar reading styles, and I can give you some recommendations. I'm not very good at speaking about books. I just know that I love them, and I know that I love reading, and I have a very particular taste when it comes to writing styles. Things to be written very well. Like I tried to read Emily Henry, those kinds of books. I just absolutely couldn't do it. It just felt like a bad Wattpad novel, and I know that there's a time and a place for that. I think I've outgrown it. I have read 7 books so far, and I am 86% of the way through my 8th. Basically, I have 2 criteria when it comes to choosing what I want to read. I usually really love like contemporary Japanese and Korean authors, and then I love anything that could be similar to normal people in any kind of way. If you know, you know. Okay, I'm gonna recommend you some of the books that I've read that I've really enjoyed this trip. Okay, number 1 is a book called Ordinary People. Yes, the title is very similar to Normal People. It's so good. It's like if Normal People was all grown up with like marriages and children and things like that. It's about the inner workings of a relationship and a marriage. It follows 4 couples, 4 people in London. Really interesting commentary on race, motherhood, relationship. I was sucked in from the moment that I started this book, like the drama and the inner workings and the love between these 4 people. I don't know if it makes me never want to fall in love again. Definitely solidifies the fact that I don't want to get married, I don't think. Highly recommend. And one that I just recently finished was a book called Green Dot by Madeline Gray, an Australian author, and it's set in Sydney. Really funny. A lot of these other books, and similar to Normal People, can have writing can be quite short, and it can be quite sad, for lack of a better term. I mean, there's a lot of heavy topics that are dealt with in a lot of these books, and there's not much room for humor. What I loved about this book, Green Dot, is that it was very self-aware and it was very humorous. I really fell in love with the narrator, even though I wasn't so in love with her actions. She's a very lovable character. It's about a young girl who falls in love with a married man. That's not giving anything away. And I don't know if this is just me and I'm being judgmental. It did drag on a little bit, and I was sort of like, girl, why do you keep making the bad decisions? You'll see when you read it. You can understand. Another one that, I mean, it's a little bit humorous, not really, is Hot Milk by Deborah Levy. This is my first Deborah Levy book, and I don't know, I've seen all of the really cool YouTube girlies talk about her. This is definitely a heavy book in a lot of ways, especially because it's set on like a small Spanish island in the summer. It's giving very much summer holiday vibes. I just adore the way she writes about the climate, and it's like to be on holiday somewhere on the coast in Europe. It really got me thinking while I was swimming here at this beach. But once again, the subject of the book is quite heavy. So it's about this girl who goes away on holiday to Spain with her mum because her mum is very sick. Don't know what she's sick with. She's being treated at this strange clinic. The thing, I did reread Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, and it really solidified for me that that's probably my second favourite Sally Rooney novel. I like the way that she writes about relationships between young people and these kind of fragmented, imperfect relationships with terrible communication. By the end of the book, I sort of was looking around like, okay, what a beautiful world we live in despite all of this, just the chaos of your 20s. I'm getting hot here, so I think it's time for me to go down to the beach. I'm gonna tidy up my journaling mess, then I'm gonna go for a swim. It's my last day, guys. Leave tomorrow first thing. Like walking around in shock that 3 weeks have passed. I've never spent this long in one place. 3 weeks in one place, and you think you would get to know a town after 3 weeks. But honestly, even though Camogli is so small, there are so many little details, hidden streets. I mean, I think that's just what Italy is like, and the way that these towns are built. All the hidden pockets of history and culture that you haven't noticed before. It really feels a lot like home, especially after getting to know the characters of the town, like the lovely lady at the coffee shop that we go to every day, or the bagnino, the lifeguard. So funny that this is something that we humans find really hard to grapple with in life, which is making the most of something while it's there. But it seems that we can only really appreciate something when it's finite, when it's about to leave. When I just arrived here, it was so special, but after a few days I slipped into a routine and a rhythm here, and while my days were still beautiful, I took it for granted because hey, I was going to be here for basically a month, and now it's my last day and my heart hurts. If you guys are going to Italy, or you're watching this because you're getting excited because you're about to go on your summer holiday, or you want to go to Italy, or even if you're just at home in your room feeling miserable, this is your sign to stop for a second and appreciate everything around you. The smells, the sights, the sounds, like what birds you can hear. Even if it's dreary, is there something cozy to the rain or the wind? Or if it's sunny, go and feel that sunshine on your skin. Once read something, and I think it was in The Artist's Way, she said something along the lines of, observing is healing. Little things like that, little observations, they can be really healing, I think, because they're really grounding and they bring you to the present moment. I'll speak to you guys later. I'm editing this video back in Australia almost a month after arriving home from this magical summer in Italy. Funny thing is, I was right in these clips. I have slipped back into a routine. I've forgotten my conversational Italian and forgotten what it felt like to spend an entire day at the beach not worrying about work or productivity or friend drama. Watching this video back though, I have a newfound sense of gratitude for these two homes my soul exists in across the globe. I'm so grateful for the wildly transformative, restful summers I've spent here in Italy, and equally as grateful for the safe and loving space I have back in Australia to make sense of them in. Apologies for my ratty post-beach appearance, but I'm well in the packing chaos. 3 weeks of belongings. I thought I didn't buy that much. Turns out I must have. It's a lot, and my suitcase was already full. So still got to go out to dinner and like shower and everything, obviously, so can't pack everything fully away just yet. Now I need to make a card for our lovely friend that lets us stay. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I can shower and get ready for our last night here. I don't know, I feel like I almost can't take it in. That's how sad I am about leaving. Anyway, look at the view. It's just insane. Didn't think I would feel this sad. It's my 3rd time here, and I was here for 3 whole weeks. I think that's made it even harder to leave this place because it feels so much like home now. 6:30 in the morning, and I decided to come down one last time to say goodbye. Oh my god, I didn't think I would be this emotional. I don't know if it's my period, but I feel like crying. I feel I might never get up from this spot. It's been an incredible trip for me, a trip that I think I'm only going to unpack when I've left and when I've come home. Unlike anything I've experienced before, like staying somewhere for that long. What a thought daughter summer. Like, it has been a thought daughter summer. Reading 8 books, feeling every single day. I've been so in my head. Though I'm just looking at the water now and thinking that one thing that gets me out of my head and into my body is swimming in that delicious sea. Well, it's time to go home and pack. I hope I'll see you next year. Thank you guys for coming on this adventure with me.